Hello guys, this is the African Jumbie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Friends, if it's your first time here, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, give the video a like and leave a comment. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, guys. Listen, I'm just waiting to get to that level, 1,000 subscribers, guys, and I'll start hitting the road. My vision is to take you across this country to show you the beauty that I have found in Tanzania. Travel the length and breadth of Tanzania because this country is so beautiful. And every time I travel this country, it takes my breath away. Every time I travel this country, it heals me. And like I said before, there are places I could probably fly to, excuse me, but you take the bus, and I always try to get a seat by the window that I can look out at the landscape, the greenery of this amazing land. It brings me healing. So I'm just waiting, friends, to get to the 1,000 subscriber mark, and then I'll start hitting the road. Mbeya, Iringa, Singida, Mwanza, just name it, guys, the length and breadth, like Kilimanjaro. And I'm not talking about city, I'm talking about rural Tanzania, to show you how beautiful and how I'll share love with you that I have found in this land. There are other countries in Africa that, I could probably go to and settle a lot easier than here in Tanzania, but about finding love. You meet someone, you're attracted to that person, you fall in love with that person. Out of thousands and millions of women in the world, just one person that will capture your heart. That's how I feel about Tanzania. So get me to the 1,000 subscriber mark, and then we'll start hitting the road. Yes, I'm doing my business and it's very demanding, and like I said, here in Tanzania, when you're doing business, you have to be hands-on, or else you're setting yourself up to failure. But guys, what I want to discuss today, someone sent me an email, and they asked me about what it's like, to live in Africa, to live in Tanzania. Yes, and for me it's simple, and for me it's one particular thing above all. As a man, this might be a little controversial, but I hope not. I hope we can tackle this subject with an open mind and with a level of understanding objectively. The universe is meant to be a certain way, right? And when you stray from the intent of how things supposed to be, then we have upheaval. We go out of alignment. We go outside of what the Almighty intended. So for me, I would say what I realized living in Africa, apart from living in the West, there is a defined role of the man. You are allowed to be a man, and we are not talking about toxic masculinity. Man, when I came here and I seen it, I witnessed it. My Tanzanian friends, excuse me, I go to their houses and I see how their wives or their girlfriends, or how the women treat the men here in Tanzania. There is no feminization of masculinity. There is no in between. Listen, I love everybody, I respect everybody, I accept everyone. I am not going to judge anyone. Our history, the black history, has been filled with judging. So I'm not here to do that. And I never will. I love everybody. I don't care. That's me. I love everyone. I accept everyone. But here in Africa, Tanzania, there is no in between. You are a man, your women, your wives, say your women, because here in Tanzania too, you can also have more than one wife if you so desire. It is legal. It is possible. But we're going to tackle that in another video, okay? Yeah. So it fills me with pride it built my confidence, not in a proud way. Proud, yeah, but you know, not proud, not being proud that can harm anyone. We're not talking about that type of pride. It gives you confidence. And to be honest with you, when I first came here, it took me a while to get used to that. Seriously. Because men, black men, out in the West, we have been battered. We have been disrespected. We have been made to feel less than. We have been broken, and sometimes by our very own. With the help of society. We are different, yes? We have different set of values than the Europeans. We have a different train of thought. But sometimes, you know, we adopt the ways of the European. But I believe it's a great disservice that we are doing to ourselves. And this is why, folks, you know, I think it is important for black men. This video, you know, is mainly geared towards black men, okay? No disrespect to our sisters, no disrespect to anybody, but sometimes, you know, men, we have to have a discussion. And this video is geared towards mainly my brothers, right? Society has beaten us down. The feminist movement have done harm to our women, to the point that some of our women think or believe that, and I'm trying to choose my words carefully because I don't want to come across as, you know, and I don't want to be labeled as being toxic, and I don't want this subject to be to stray into that would bring comments, you know, about toxic masculinity and whatever. But you have to realize something, okay? Our sisters and our men, we got to realize something. We have a defined role to play in our community. We can talk about leadership. We can talk about, oh, it is good to have a father in the home in the Western world, whatever. We can talk about all this stuff, and we can say many of the situations that are happening in the black community is because of the absence of fathers and whatever. Yeah, okay, yes, I would agree with that, right? But When you don't know who you are and you don't know your history, you are a slave. So if you do not know the history of the black man, we are speaking culturally. If you do not understand, because I would go to my Tanzanian friend's house, and I see, and sometimes I ask my Tanzanian friend, why aren't you helping? I don't do that anymore, but before, I've been here long enough now to understand culture, right? And my friend, no. Adamantly, my friend will say to me, don't bring your westernized ideas here. In Tanzania, men do not do certain things. Seriously. And you might want to say, well, if the man don't cook, he's not going to eat. Or if the man don't wash the dishes, he's not going to eat. If the man don't clean the house, he'll be in a dirty house. See here? Men are allowed to be men here. That does not mean the man is going to sit down and be a bum. The man is the leader. The man is the provider. The man is the protector. And that's what a woman wants, right? Women, I would think that's what you want. You want a man that makes you feel secure. Forget about love. Because if a man makes you feel comfortable, if a man makes you feel secure, if a man provide for you, that's what you want. And you release love onto that man. You respect that man. And this is what the man wants from his woman. Respect. You talk about love. Love comes after. If you respect your man and let him be a man, because he does all the things that he's supposed to do for you in the house and the family, he releases unconditional love onto you. So I see it here in Tanzania, and I see how when it comes together and when it works the way that it's supposed to work, it balances out so beautiful. So as a man, being in Tanzania for the last 16 months, what I can say I've learned from living here, or what I have gained, most of all, more than anything else, is the ability to be a man. What it means to be a man. I see it and I appreciate it. I'm not saying in every household it's like peaches and cream. I'll be foolish, I'll be stupid, I'll be naive to think that. But it brings harmony when it works the way that it's supposed to work. When it is given the way that it's supposed to be given, and when it is received the way that it's supposed to be received. It brings harmony. That's why we have so many angry men, so many men who are traumatized, so many men who suffer from anxiety and depression. And that's one of the reasons why we have so much problems in the black male community in the West, because we don't know who we are. We don't understand our history culturally, and we become a slave to this Western system who try to impose on us the Western way of doing things. But I guess if we live in that society, we have to assimilate to their way of doing things. And you see, and that creates so much problems for us as black men. So to my brothers, I want to encourage you to come to Africa. I'm not saying that you have to move and settle here. Like I said before, if that's your choice, it's a beautiful thing. You will learn. You will see the world in a different, through a different lens. But sometimes we confine ourselves in that circle, but we have to break out from that circle. Come to Africa. Spend a month, spend some time, observe, get involved in a community. Don't just stay in a 5-star hotel. Travel, whatever country you choose. Interact with the men and see how the women interact with their men. And to our sisters, the same to you. Come to Africa and understand the dynamics of how things are supposed to be. That does not mean that your man do not respect you. That does not mean that you are less than. That does not mean that you do not have a voice. That does not mean that you cannot challenge. That does not mean that you cannot contribute. That does not mean that your opinion is not valid. But you have your roles to play in the house, in the family. But when we understand who we are, and when we understand our roles, then we can give of ourselves better. This is the African Jumpy, guys. Thank you for listening to my rant. If it's your first time here, guys, like I said, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, give the video a like, and leave a comment. Continue strolling with me as I navigate this land of Tanzania. Peace and love. Until next time.